So using mandate templates by any estate agent always carries a massive risk to it. The reason for this is it's not necessarily always drafted or catering for your business and what your business actually needs. And I'll give you an example of this. So in the leasing space, I'm a big supporter of the TPN leasing mandate, the rental mandates there, because they set a really good, strong foundation. And I've compared this to other mandates that have been drafted, and nothing beats it from a template perspective. But even under those circumstances, one does need to consider the reality that depending on where you're going with your business, it might need to look different. So for an example, if you're planning to sell your rental book, that is a business decision that you need to factor in when preparing these mandates, because you may need to include something in the mandate that allows you to cede the rights to that mandate to somebody else, and the landlord needs to be aware of it, or at least consent to it, as opposed to it being disallowed. So that's something, for example, that's quite particular, but it's because you as a business owner, as a rental agent, need to think about what is the future of your business. Because if you're planning on creating an asset of value, that is definitely an outcome that you want to make sure that you cater in. And you can't do that if your rental mandate ties you or ties your client to you and you to your client, meaning that you've got no asset of value, because once you're gone, the client, technically, there is no mandate that you can sell over, and you would have to try to persuade this client on the sale of any business to sign a new mandate with the person that you're selling to. And imagine sitting with a rental book of 1,000 people, having to go phone up each and every one of those people and convince them that they need to sign a new mandate. So that's just one example. Another example, and this is very, very common, is the procurement fee versus the management fee, and the understanding of how this works. So one of the biggest complaints that we get from estate agents is the early termination of a mandate, or the perceived early termination of a mandate. Now, the problem that we experience in practice is mandates are fixed term agreements, so there are entitlements to cancel the mandate. Things don't go according to plan, not the way that you want them to go according to, which means that even if you have great clauses and you tie the person in for 12 months, if they do terminate early, what are you going to do about it? Charge a little penalty? And now the problem is that maybe you forfeited your procurement fee just to tie the person in for 12 months. You told them, you know what, don't worry about the management fee. Don't worry about the procurement fee. You're going to pay me a management fee for 12 months. I'm happy. Now they cancel, they terminate it early, and you realize that you can't go and charge the full procurement fee, because you didn't make provision for it. Again, this is a business decision. Having a template that makes provision for procurement and management is a good template. Now, drafting special clauses in this template, adding a clause that says, well, I'll tell you what, if I waive this fee and I charge you a management fee and you terminate the contract before a 12-month period, you'll be liable for the full procurement fee or a pro rata portion of the procurement fee or whatever it is, right? Doesn't matter. A bottom line is make sure your mandates are drafted in order to be able to cater for this.
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you very, very much there, Bruno. Obviously, one has to observe the